Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I begin to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and please be sure to contribute your energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And for starters, I would like to say I've got a wave of heat running through me. I've already started sweating. Uh, I can tell right now this message is going to be really potent, really strong. And I would like to dive into the stones to see what the higher energy would like for me to share with the collective tonight. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest, I can tell right now that change is on the horizon. Change is at your front door. By the placement of your ancestor stone, your spirit guide stone is in nature and is connected to two different symbols. On one end is speaking to your institution, which represents your work, the line of work that you're in. Some of you may be changing jobs. Some of you may be changing the way you make money, changing the way you do things. Something about a shift in the direction of your career is what I'm seeing here. And I can tell you on the other end is that the reason for this is much more spiritual than you think. Because the path of wisdom is here, which suggests to me that there is something motivating this change, and it's attached to something spiritual. What I'm seeing here is that there is a doorway that is opening for you, or has opened for you in the world of nature. Something about the pull to the science, something about the pull to a subspace window that is exciting your spiritual body in this way. So much so is shifting you in the 3D. You may be feeling this call to change the way you maneuver yourself in your line of work, or how you show up in the world when it comes to your finances. There's something here that is ringing to me about you making sense, or making the connection about your energy and money. I don't know what this is. Maybe the stones will make sense of it down the road, but I'm picking up on that. You're seeing the connection or the value of your spiritual currency. Your energy has value, and you know that something here is able to be transferred. That's why this window is opening. You're making the connection to your energetic frequency and the value of it. And not only that, it's the fact that the subspace, or their path of wisdom, is connected to the ring that symbolizes, I don't want to say it in this way, but craziness. Not necessarily crazy, but esoteric, alternative, of somewhere leaning on the other side or the cutting edge. the difference in your energy, in your being is starting to align. This is powerful because you may have been the type of person that have always felt on the outside, an outlier, a maverick, if you will. But there has always been a negative connotation attached to it. Some remnants of ostracizing, outcasting, black sheeping. This is the language that I'm feeling about whoever I'm picking up on. But the power in this story is the fact that the stars are aligning for you because you stayed in that. And now that the current is flowing, the alignment is now here for you to start to reap the benefits of you being that sore thumb. Because the transformation stone is here. Things are starting to change in your favor. The clock is turning for you. The tide is moving in your favor. And it has to do with the fact that you listen to yourself. You listen to your intuition and not stray. You didn't stray away from what you knew to be true. You didn't stray away from the path that you were on. And now that you are in this position, the wisdom is starting to overflow. The wisdom that has always came to you is starting to make sense. The stars are starting to align in a way to where you can identify the constellation. You know where the Milky Way is. You know where Orion's belt is. This is the analogy that is present for you. And though you may have felt that you weren't enough, that you weren't in the proper place, in the proper generation, in the proper time, unbeknownst to you, you were in the right position all along. Yet because the path of your healing journey has afforded you the energetic frequency to alert you to where you're headed, to where you're going. Because the way these shells are falling lets me know that it has everything to do with you following something higher than you, something above you that you knew was right. Even when the people around you didn't understand the words that were coming out of your mouth, you didn't let that bother you. You just caved yourself away. What I'm saying is that you probably hermited yourself, tucked yourself away from the negative connotation. Even though people thought that it would shift you into the current status flow, they thought that saying certain words or certain things to you, triggering you, would align you with the masses. It didn't work that way for you. It didn't work that way. It didn't work on you. It didn't move you in that way. But instead, you tucked yourself away and allowed this energy to fuel you up, powering you up, knowing that you knew that you were on to something. You knew you had something in you. And now that the stars are moving, it's alerting you to your creativity. Not only that, what I'm seeing here is that beneath all of this has something to do with the wildness of you, the part of you that longed for freedom. This was a deep, innermost desire. You may have held this in secrecy. Something here about you expressing yourself in your most freest way. I don't know what this is. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to pull some cards around this. This stone is called Wedame. And Wedame speaks to spirit animals. That's why I'm having a hard time articulating this. The words started to fragment themselves because we're entering into a world where we meet nature, we meet the wild. English doesn't necessarily work well here, but freedom does. Liberation is at the cornerstone of the wild. And this is the energy that I'm picking up on. Some of you, what I'm feeling, what I'm gathering here is you long to be free. And what I will do is pull some clarifiers here about this Wedame stone, about the stone that speaks to the wildness of who you are, and why I wasn't able to gather the words. Give me 1 second. 2 cards came out. I will gather one more card to see what this energy is. What is this Wedame about for the collective? Of course. Give me 1 second. They fell. Okay. The cards that came out that spoke to the wild side of you is the avoidance, gatekeeper, and release fear. You are holding back so much more than what people expect. Oh, some of you, what I'm seeing is like a shield. And you may have used this shield as a protection, as an armor of protection against the negative connotations or the negative feedback that you have received when you attempted to express this part of yourself. But somehow it has cultivated a feedback loop of fear that you've internalized, unable to share this part of yourself without receiving this feedback. And the reason for this is because of the paradigm that you live in is very strict. It's very robotic. And when this type of energy is released out, the society has a tendency of keeping it closed in, gatekeeping it away, because normalcy is what is depicted. They want normalcy, they want structure, order, and everything to be in alignment, but somehow your energy is everything but that. The core of who you are wants liberation, wants freedom, and that strikes fear in the people around you. And somehow you have avoided sharing this part of yourself. But nonetheless, you did not kill it. You did not let the words of the people around you to castrate this part of yourself. Because there's abundance in it. And I'm tapping back into the stones because the coins are piled up here. Something in your spirit knows this is the currency. Now I'm looping back to what I felt earlier about currency. There is abundance attached to this part of yourself, to this part of who you are. But due to the nature, due to the energetic frequency of this paradigm, you have to finagle yourself a little bit in order to express this part of yourself, right? And it has to do with your words. You're the type of person that say what you see and see what you say. And there's so much power in this and what I'm gathering here. Because your visions are so much so that they're like movies flashing through your membrane, flashing over your forehead. And you can see deeply. You're very insightful, is what I'm seeing here. You're very intuitive. You may scare people when you open your mouth and share what you truly feel, and you've found out that you might not need to express yourself fully. You've reduced, or you found a way to condense your words in order for it to be more digestible for people. Because if you express this wildness of yourself, oh my God, you will be checked into a facility, is what I'm seeing here. I'm not saying that in a way that minimize mental health. What I'm saying here is the potency of your words carries so much truth to it that people aren't able to receive it at face value. But due to this, it has done something to your spirit that has created fear within you from being able to fully articulate yourself and what you feel. This is very difficult, and I can understand how challenging it is, but the time has come for reckoning. You're straying away from that. If people take what you feel a type of way, to hell with them. The time is now to speak the wisdom that you feel, because what you do know is attached to a certain level of creativity that must be expressed, period, bar none. Bar none. Because the path that you're on has led you to this point, to where you now you now have the opportunity to release that fear, because the doorway has opened for you to free yourself from that which has held you down. Because your institution of power is here, waiting on you to be all that you are and say all that you feel. What I'm seeing here in more mundane terms, let me break it down just a little bit more for people, is that you're in a space now where you no longer care about how people are triggered by what you have to say. Because what you have to say is attached to something much more powerful, something much more connected to a deeper frequency that requires you to say it like it is. You cannot hold yourself hostage anymore, because you will be a prisoner to your own energy if you do. The time has come for you to be free and express yourself as is. And what you will find is your true power and how you will stand above, stand tall, unwavering at people's feelings, at people's triggers. Let them deal with that with themselves. That's not your business. Let them handle whatever comes up for them. Yeah, powerful, period. Very powerful message. I knew this message was going to come in hot because I felt that heat. I felt it. Thank you all for joining me tonight. In tonight's Healing Circle. If you're still here with me, please be sure to like, share this video, subscribe, or comment below to contribute your energy in tonight's Healing Circle. And with that being said, what I will do at this time is I would like to pull some cards to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to share with you all at this particular time? What other messages the higher energy would like for me to share with the collective at this time? One card came out, two. I need one more. I need one more. Oh, of course. Okay. And there it is. Okay, let me flip over the cards. One, two. The cards that came out were physical beauty, intimacy, and complicated. It's more to do with the beauty of your energy, right? Some of you may be physically beautiful, striking to the eye. But more so what I'm gathering here, it has to do with your soul. Yeah, the purity of your energy is what I'm gathering here. It has the ability to connect with people on a very intimate level. But quite uniquely, at the same time, it brings a lot of complications, is what I'm seeing. Your energy complicates things. Yeah, what I'm seeing is that you're the type of person that has to be invited to a particular events. They can't invite you to everything because the energy of your frequency is of the truth, is of the light. You see, because when you step into the room, you know how to draw people in. You don't have to say anything. It's because you're so connected to the light. You're so connected to this energy of purity that most people haven't done the work to have this type of intimate connection with the other world. But you, my friend, have done so. So if you're feeling like there's something wrong with you, if you're feeling at this time like, by God, I just can't get it right, you will never get it right, my friends. Because this energy comes with transformation. You come to complicate things. You come to rattle the mundane. You come to shake it up. You will always be a person that triggers people. Because your energy is so otherworldly. And you know how humans work. You know the interconnectedness of how the energies flow. And this has to do with your medicine and the sophistication of your energy. And even in this, you know that it still rattles you because there's some part of you that wants normalcy, that wants normalcy, that wants to be normal. You try to pretend that you are, but there's nothing normal about you. Because the depth of your energy will always bring up an authentic truth to this world. And people that come close to you will always feel that. And your ancestors are here to reaffirm that message. Process it, download it, so that you can be more at peace with who you are and not feel so heavy about your energy. Not to feel so low that you're not like other people, that you always have a problem, that every time you come around there's always an issue. Yeah, there is, because there's an issue here. Speak truth to power, my friend. That's who you are. You speak truth to power. Your energy has the ability to draw out all of that without even saying a thing. And the more you make peace with that, the more comfortable you'll be with being who you are. And it's time for you to gain clarity around that. And once you do, you'll be able to move in power, move with action, and organize yourself in a better way. To say that people don't invite you, okay, that's what's best. Because if you come, you know what comes along with it. Don't invite me. You know what I come with, you know who I am. Don't feel low about it. You need to feel the power of your energy and why you are who you are and why you're in the position that you're in. Feel honor that you're in this position because the world needs the truth teller. Because if you weren't here, manipulation would run rampant. Lies would be plaguing your family, plaguing your friends. They come to you to seek the truth because that's who you are. The card at the bottom of the deck is otherworldly experience. Whether they see it on the front end or the back end, that's what other people will get from you. An otherworldly experience. Because you're not like the rest. Make peace with that. Period. Wow. This was a very powerful message. Thank you guys for joining me in tonight's healing circle, gathering around this blazing fire. And if you stayed with me thus far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below. And let me know how or if this message is showing up in your world. With that being said, I'm going to take this time to come down and close out tonight's healing circle. And I will see you all at the next.